presence is unknown presence, invisible presence, anonymous presence, unidentified presence. What more you want?
Dissolve?
Yes, it is a dissolve. Everything is supposed to be dissolved, including, say, I, including presence.
Yes, sir.
So, better to keep mum, silence.
Yeah, but if you can't, it's just going by itself. Like,
you have to use the word selfless, self.
It happens spontaneous, and no one is taking
from here. What do they see? Raise any questions? This is what happens spontaneously.
But it's not I who making questions. It's just questions comes out.
As questions come from where questions come?
Yeah.
Who's questioning? Who are taking answering?
Like I'm posing as disciple, you're posing as master. It's like,
yes,
but it's the same.
And Siddharama says the same thing. When delivering lecture, Siddharama says, for you I have to take ego as the master.
Yeah.
Siddharama says, for you I have to take ego as the master. There's no difference in mastering.
So just take a role?
Secondly, you step forward and lift your another step. Means, what I am telling at what level I am telling. But try to come forward. You go there and there with body-based knowledge. You have to break that circle.
Just because there's difference between master and disciple, it creates some...
They say, of course, as a famous... So, I have told the story that when Maharaj Friedman asked question to Nisargadatta Maharaj, what is the difference between you and me? So there is no difference. The bodies are different.
So it's like you speaking to yourself?
I am talking about my selfless self.
Yeah, to yourself.
Yes, of course. The bodies are different. Just like one lion telling the another lion, you are a lion like me.
But is there another lion, or it's like only...
Lion means we brought up in this boats and ships. And you are brought up in the illusionary world. Though you are lion, you are brought up in illusionary world. You have to take out from illusionary world.
But is it difference at all?
Just for understanding, they also for the understanding purpose. What you are saying for understanding purpose. Because listener is dark. Listener forgot his identity. Therefore, he remind his identity. You are like me, not like others.
Maharaj, may I ask, when you first felt that there is no difference between
I'll tell you, good question. Good question. Yes. See, it happens spontaneously. Some year back, not the exact date. But when that spontaneously happens inside, so I am everywhere, in every animal, every being, my presence is there. It happens spontaneously, not difficult. The spirit which is talking from this body, it is same thing with you. Everybody, bodies are different. And one day you'll find my presence everywhere.
So it's like again word. It's like spirit talks with spirit.
Not a spirit. This word is spirit.
There is no different spirits like one here, one
here.
Yes.
I told you bodies are different.
So you always speaking with yourself.
Yes.
Only with yourself.
The speaker talking his own identity and identity. It is listener's identity. Speaker talking his own story. It's like you are vitale. Forget about it. You're talking about your birth from childhood till today. You know better.
Yeah, but if there is no one else except Vitali, if everything is...
And I'm trying to convince you. The spirit is one. But you forgot because of your body. Because of discovery, you forgot your identity. But the presence which is talking with you is not forgot identity. He knows my presence within you, presence within everybody. You know, Mr. Vitali, Anson is there, Mr. Vladimir is there. Those are apparent is a different identity. But all these are unidentified identity. Apparently, they are different identity. Different duality. But listener within you is one identity. It's called unidentified identity. It is anonymous identity. invisible identity. These are words just to indicate your invisible presence. Nothing. So all our talking is just to indicate listener is ultimate. Speaker talking ultimate truth because it's listener story. There's no difference. We're talking to speaker and listener. There's no difference.
But then it's like I talk to myself only.
No, yeah, of course.
There is no Ramakant, there is no Vitali. It's like only.
But not his egoistic thought.
Yeah, of course.
It's not egoistic thought.
Yeah.
It happens spontaneously.
But it is like.
So egoistic now difference. Ego.
Why ego?
Yes, of course. When you say, I'm everywhere, it's just ego.
No, it's not everywhere.
It
It's
happens
like,
because there is some exceptional silence is there. We are going down to my master. Why? I'm my master. Why should I go down to master? Not like that. Ego.
no, it's not like about going, but it's.
No, it's why you are, see, why, it happens. Why should I go down to my master? I'm master. You see, master. Master is master. But ego fighting, oh, I'm master. It should be spontaneous conviction. It should be spontaneous conviction. Therefore, with leniency, humbleness. It's humbleness, total humbleness. No egoistic humbleness. I have seen this all these masters, this Karta Maharaj, Ranjit Maharaj. They are very, very humble. No ego is there. Because they are not, hey, I'm master, so I go down to Siddharam Shiva.
No, it's not like about this.
It happens.
Because it's some. When you're saying this, it's some duality games.
No, because to convey something, you have to take the individual ego. I told Siddharama Sharma to say something, I have to take ego as a master. Without taking ego, I can't talk with a single word. The person sitting before me is my disciple or a devotee. I am master to take this ego, without which I can't utter a single word.
But like you can speak to yourself without
Yes,
ego.
because words are there, you have to speak, but share the knowledge, reality. If I don't speak, if this is how to understand thing, I have not come to share the knowledge. If the numbers are not away, I am realized why I should stop speaking.
No, it's not like this. It's like without posing a master-disciple relationship, you just can speak with yourself. It is the same. No?
How can a dead body can't speak? If the spirit is not there, would that dead body can't talk with you? Presence is there. What presence I told? Presence.
No, I mean different. Like without the ego of master and disciple, because it's also some kind of superficial thing. Because if you say we are the same, yeah.
It is fact. I'm not saying it is fact.
It's fact.
Open truth.
So it's like there is no FAQs, there is no one here and one here.
There is no here and there, everywhere.
Yeah. So
There is no
like,
here and there, it is everywhere. Just like a sky. We are fighting with the words, we are playing with the words. Instead of playing with the words, fighting with the words, struggling with the words, try to know through which that words are appearing. Try to know through which that words are appearing. Who is questioning from inside? Who is expecting answer from inside? Everything within you. Everything within you. Reality not beyond your self-pleasure. Because you are a reality, but you have forgot because of body knowledge. And through masters, it is reminding what you are treating yourself, what you are posing yourself, it is not truth at all. Because you are ultimate truth, you are final truth, you are master. But that conviction is supposed to be appear spontaneously. Then you become total humble. See that Mira, different Mira, no? What she says? Krishna is my imagination. Not egoistically. Krishna Lord, to whom she praying, to whom she treating as my master. She says, Krishna is my imagination. Not talking egoistically. Because I see my selfless self within this Krishna. I see my selfless self in Krishna. The apparent scene of the Krishna, it is not Krishna. The statue is there, figure is there, so front figure is there. She sees herself within that Krishna. I told the story of Eklavya, it's a very famous story, Eklavya. Unique story, that knowledge. Master is within you, but you are unaware of its importance. Apparently the external master inspire you that you are a master. In normal what happens if your master refuses to give the knowledge, okay, I will go another master. Like this loyalty is there. Faithfulness is there. Trust is there.
Loyalty to whom?
It's a very intellectual question.
Everything.
Lord himself is self.
Yeah, but self is.
Because this is a story. You see the meaning, the principle behind that. Again you are fighting with the words. What principle is most important? Externally, those masters refuse to give the knowledge. But after keeping the complete faith in that master, you can have that knowledge. Similar same Lord Krishna. Mira, Lord Krishna is the only idol. Lord Krishna is idol. But Mira accepted that Lord Krishna is my identity, that's my master. As a matter of fact, Krishna was not in existence. But she is praying that statue of the Lord Krishna. And from which she got inspiration? Knowledge. That knowledge is the source of knowledge within you.
But isn't it better to be just with yourself? To be just with yourself?
Without master you can't do it.
But like Nisargadatta said, Master just shows you and he says like...
There we are fighting with the words.
No, but
you are not seen my Nisargadatta Maharaj. I was living with him.
In the book he says...
Book, what book says it is something else. I was living with him for 18 years.
But you can also take something, no?
Yes, because we have to create an atmosphere.
But for example, atmosphere which is suitable for you cannot be suitable for me because like...
Because suitable means that you are posing in a body form.
Yeah, but what to do? Like all
suitable, non-suitable because of the ego.
Yeah, but...
you are creating your own circle, you are creating your own net, and within that net you expect some knowledge.
But what is net? I mean, still we have individuality, whatever, yeah? And atmosphere only for individual. And like you, whatever, appears as Indian, and you have like this devotion in your blood, whatever, like we see...
No brave Indian and Russian is there.
Yeah, but apparently...
Because the spirit is not a Russian or Indian.
But still, is like we have different...
you feel different because you are posing in body form.
Yeah, but atmosphere is for whom? For body only?
For the spirit.
For spirit,
individual.
But it's nothing. How can be a...
You have got worldly knowledge, practical knowledge you must have. You are supposed to absorb this knowledge. And I have so many times I refer to it.
No, it's just, Maharaj, it's because when you're speaking, I feel like you say about devotion to external guru. But what is external guru? What is external guru? It's like...
for apparently the external guru is there. Because without she...
Yeah, but once you should cross this, no?
But you take in literal way. I'm talking because you forgot your identity. You forgot your identity. Therefore, all this atmosphere is there. When you realize, when you have spontaneous conviction, no question will arise there.
Yes, but still, like Nisargadatta has self-bhakti is superior to guru, even to guru bhakti. Self-bhakti.
Yes, self-bhakti, Bhakti is a devotion there.
Yeah, but he says self-bhakti is superior even to the guru bhakti. Devotion to the self, devotion to the beingness.
Not like that.
He said like many times in the last book.
There's something wrong with it. Guru Bhakti is a very tall being in the Guru, Mr. Rameshwar Maharaj.
But he said, my guru told me that the consciousness and beingness itself is guru.
It's correct, but,
yeah, but
because therefore he is respecting Guru.
Yeah, respecting, but you know that Guru is here.
After knowing the reality, he not discriminating my Guru and your Guru.
But like what, I don't understand why you're saying this.
I refer no number of times. What is Nisargadatta Maharaj says? Except, except your selfless self, you are not repairing that. You are forgetting that.
But when you say like there is...
I am not saying I am opening, I am pressing good a fact. If you remember these words of Nisargadatta Maharaj, except your selfless self, there is no God, no Brahman, no Atman, no Paramatman, no Master. What more you want?
Yeah, but then you say about Guru, about external Guru, about devotee.
See, because you are not understanding the reality.
No, but you like you're saying this and it's
I am
clear.
placing before you fact.
And then you go here and it creates confusion on it.
No
like,
confusion there, because you read so many books.
No,
you try to analyze
say,
the words.
You say there is no Guru, there is no Master, there is no disciple. Correct.
I told.
And then it goes.
I referred Nisargadatta Maharaj's sentence, except your selfless self. There is no Master, no Guru. But you are taking each and every letters, every word for analyzation. Try to know the reality behind that sentence of 700 words. Words are not ultimate. The meaning is the most important. I am not saying anything. I am talking about the selfless self. I am talking about the reality. I am sharing the knowledge just to convince your selfless self. They are the only words. Words have no meaning. Just indications are there. That indication underlines.
Yes, Maharaj, and this is like I understand.
No confusion. Because confusion, why confusion? Because you are overcrowded with so many words.
No, it's like confusion because you say about external Guru. This is...
Don't analyze it. No confusion there. Because your selfless is not there, no confusion. Prior to being there, any confusion is there?
No.
After leaving the body, any confusion is there?
But
in between, just to have to use so many words. I have to use so many words just to invite attention of the invisible listener that you are ultimate too. Words are not ultimate. I am talking about the individual listener within you, not a body of Italy.
yes, of course.
But instead of that, so much you learn, listen, they're taking you from backside.
Oh, it's
You
not...
try to know the ultimate truth, your ultimate
Yeah,
truth.
so...
But no confusion there. You're trying to analyze each and every word. What Nisargadatta Maharaj says, what Raman Maharshi says.
Oh, it's just the main question is now it's about Guru, external Guru, eternal Guru.
I told Guru, so everything is religion.
Illusion. Yeah, so...
What do you want more? Because
So, but you say this and then you say like...
in beginning stage, because still you are not crossing your limit, crossing your circle.
yeah, I'm trying to cross. When I'm trying
Not
to
to-
cross, like when it's crossing, you again putting
No,
saying this
no,
external
no,
Guru.
no.
How it's like when it is seen, there is no Guru. There is like I'm talking to myself, and then you say there is external Guru. How?
Because you are, for understanding what is the external so internal Guru, for entire world is illusion, including yourself, myself. So just understanding, you have to use so many words, external Guru, internal Guru. There is no difference at all. And I refer that question raised by Maurice Friedman. You are forgetting that. Maurice Friedman asked the question, what is the difference between you and me? He said, no difference between you and me. But why I am quoting so many stories? Just to understand the thing. Story is not ultimate. But I am quoting so many stories just to understand, just to convince, just to identify the unidentified identity. There is no you, there is no I. You are forgetting that. So you are confusing yourself. I am not confusing yourself. You are confusing yourself because you are analyzing so many words. Nisargadatta Maharaj says like this, there is this thing. Nisargadatta Maharaj, Ramakant Maharaj, Ranjit Maharaj, these are the signs of spontaneous invisible presence. The same thing within you, same thing within me. There is no me, there is no I. You cannot remember all what I told.
Yeah, this is gone. Why then you speak then about like external?
No, why is there? All this,
What for? It creates some confusion. It creates some...
no confusion there. It's plain truth. What is confusion? No, not there. Not to begin any confusion over there.
It's like you're saying, like no difference, complete no difference, but
Yes.
but
Nobody is there.
Nobody.
No, nobody is there. Your presence prior to beingness was invisible, anonymous. Your presence after disappearing from the body, it will be invisible. Where the confusion is there? The plain truth. How you are prior to beingness, you say, I don't know. How you after leaving the body, I don't know. Where the question, confusion? Confusion are because body-based knowledge. No confusion there. Through various words, I have to give some quotation, give examples, some stories.
But how do you see me or whatever? What do you see here? What do you see here?
Nothing is there. Nothing is there. There is no see. What was it? The sheer projection. What you see in the dream. You see dream master, you see God, your relatives. What happened to that after awakening? This is a long dream. There is no I, there is no ye, nothing is there.
So there is only the self.
These are words, self,
presence.
See, self, selfless self, master, inner master, external master. These are words just indicating listener's identity. Inner master, external master, principle, presence, awakening. These are various words are there. Without using words, we can't talk each. Words are not ultimate. Through which words are appearing, through which meaning is appearing, through which feeling is appearing. Behind everything there, your presence is there, which cannot be gauged intellectually. There is no words, there is no word, there is no listener, there is no speaker, there is no experiencer, there is no experience, no witnesser, no witness. What more you want? We are fighting with the words. Why this, why this, why this? How long we are going to fight with the words?
It's not about words.
We are created words.
No, it's not about words.
Words are created.
Yeah, but meaning kinds of words.
We are given the meaning.
Yeah.
Language created by us, added some line here and there, you say A, B, C like this. We added some here and there words, alphabets, we created words, given the meaning. And we are playing within the meaning.
There is no two persons sitting here, there is no one and two.
Perfectly right, you are there, you know everything.
Yeah, but like, you are myself.
Of course,
Like
without saying.
Yeah, without saying.
Of course.
And sometimes just I feel that there is some kind of separation between.
Don't allow such thoughts.
Yeah.
So you are not talking, you are talking ultimately. Then what is there? What was the other question of taking? You know better.
So you are just myself. Just speak like to mirror.
Yes, yes.
Like just mirrors everywhere, just mirrors.
Yes, of course. It is just like mirror. Say for example, to understand purpose, you say mirror. Mirror is giving clear pictures of your apparent pictures. Mirror is not liar. Mirror is not liar. It gives exact picture. The same thing happens in master. When you see master, you see yourself, the self. When you see master, you see yourself, the self. The mirror. You forget your body. Because master is not in body form. All talks appears from selfless self. And all talk addresses to selfless self. There is no any body form at all.
So Maharaj, where is the place for ego?
In between the hindrances, the blockage are there. After you know the ultimate reason why the question, no ego is there.
No ego.
Yeah.
But this is
Ego is a seed, plants growing on the orient tree.
But where is the place? There is no place for it.
काय
कपडे घेऊन ठेवत ना
हो हो
मग आठवण ना
आता ते
तुला ना